I need to go jump on there. I need to go jump on there too.
I don't see the live stream.
I'm looking.
It's not an option.
What am I streaming to then? Here it is. Can you see it?
Let me see. Yes, I can.
Perfect. How does it look? Better?
Let's see, let me full screen it. The thing that you did got is there any way you could, I guess no. Is there any way you can make that thing on the left a little bit smaller?
On the left?
Yeah, because I'm seeing Nerd Tactics now with an Imperial symbol. Is that the edit you made?
Yeah.
So remember, I'm looking at a smaller screen than you are.
Is that better?
Yeah, now make the... Yeah, that should work.
Well, the idea is that I could put, eventually I want to put information on the side.
Gotcha.
But this is not my official stream for the night. Can you hear yourself coming through the YouTube stuff?
No.
So it's not working.
No, it does not seem to be working.
I'm showing that it should be.
All right. Well, let me. Hey, mute me on Discord.
I can't do that and have you test it.
Dang it. Okay, let me.
It should be coming through with a lag.
Busting out another computer right here.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm not. The only thing I'm hearing is Discord.
Huh. No audio from me either?
No.
Last time you heard audio from me though, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm bringing...
Do you have it muted?
No.
Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone.
Testing. 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 Talk, Robert.
Hold on it. Can you hear me in it and not through Discord?
Luke Skywalker is awesome.
I can actually hear you. It's working.
Super delay.
Oh yeah, but there's a super delay between me talking and the thing anyway. That's part of it. I just got to make sure we don't get too many. Hey, anybody else who's watching, we're kind of just testing out for tonight's show. Since there's 3 people watching. Although I think those 3 people are you and I too, so. How does that look, the ads?
I still want the game bigger. Yeah. I still want the game bigger. That and with the ads, we're now getting. Oh, you added that.
Yeah, I did. There's something coming through on your side that sounds like squeaking. Or birds chirping. Hold on, let me make sure that's where it's coming from. Hello?
I muted my mic. Hold on.
Hey everybody who's watching right now, we are literally just testing out for tonight's show. We're going to start up in about 15 minutes. You're welcome to stick around. I'm going to post this up in...
Daddy?
I'm recording, baby. What's up?
Do you know that, do you know Mama's thing,
I'm back, bro. Sorry about that. The girls came in here and were like, oh,
No problem. You got the background noise now?
no, I had stopped paying attention. It might be the lightning. I can hear everything that happens through that you holding the mic down for, though. Hey, I can't
It's
hear you
open
at all.
mic.
Oh, there you go.
I'm used to running an open mic on this. You want me to push to talk?
You should go push to talk on this, but I'm gonna go open mic. Because mine records no matter what. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go check on the family really fast. I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Testing. Testing, testing, testing.
your key, and I'm going to give it to you in a sec. Hello, everybody. I am back. Anybody in here with me?
Look at your phone, buddy.
I don't have my phone on me. What's up?
Just look at your phone.
You get to hear my whole family's everything?
Yep.
Alright, I'm sure it entertained people. There we go. We're back. I am going to post this in group. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta figure out a way to sit this so that I can read y'all's chat still.
You can't just see him? Because I can.
Oh, what, the YouTube chat?
Yeah, just to the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see it there, but I can't see it while I've got my game up.
You don't have two screens anymore.
Right. Oh, let's see, did we start up?
The raid? No.
I'm waiting for you.
So while we're waiting, Antag, what are you looking forward to? What are you excited about upcoming in the game?
What everybody's excited about. Let's see if I can find it on here. Game updates. Oh, I can't share this with you guys. Yeah, the new in the new game updates, we've got 3 new Ewoks coming out. Where they just announced the new what is it called? Like faction battles. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that. I have a huge collection, so I'm gonna look like the best of the best. The best.
If you hit go, it should work.
Hit go on what?
The forums, it should pop it up. We should be able to see it.
Oh, yeah, because it's through Nox, isn't it?
Yep.
So if we go here, forums, game updates. So they just announced. Oh, it's not there. Next phase. How do I go back? let's go back here. Forums.
Just click on the top. Game update.
This one. Okay, so it's so they just announced the Ewok invasion with Wicket, Logray, and Poplu. So 3 new Ewoks, which I am so excited about. I've had Ewoks for a long time, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And then they just announced Hero's Journey Luke Skywalker, where we step into the shoes, Luke Skywalker's shoes, and experience his journey from farm boy to rebel hero. So it sounds like in this, that completing the event will unlock the Commander Luke Skywalker, which I know Protagonizer is excited about because there's rumors that he'll have a lightsaber.
No, that's teasing. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. So the yeah, we have we get to basically we start on Tatooine and then we go all the way through his escape on the Death Star. So that's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. I'm so excited. And then go ahead.
If we end an escape on a Death Star, then that's Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker playable.
Yeah. So it looks like it'll be. We don't know what it'll be yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. And then the next one is Territory Battles, which they announced, which is going to have it's going to be in November. They're launching it, so they're launching it with the new movie, and it is going to be basically all of your characters and all of your ships versus of everybody in your guild versus all of the characters and all of your ships of the other guild fighting against each other. So for people like me who have absolutely huge collections and not a lot of sorry everybody, I was hoping there was a clear button. No, that's not what I want. I don't know what's happening right now. Hold on, let me cut back into the game really fast. For those of us with huge collections, it's going to give us the ability to really shine. So you get to strategize. I have a feeling this is going to be kind of like the Clash of Clans campaigns. Isn't that what they were calling, Clash of Clans? Did you play that?
I did not.
You didn't watch Clash of Clans?
No.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty. It was a fun game. I played like through level 10. I think they're like at like level 27 now. I don't know. When level 10 was the max, I was playing with my brother, and then decided to stop. So, but yeah, no, I'm super excited. Territory Battles. I am going to be streaming a lot of that, especially if the Patreon kicks off. I am super excited about strategy battles in November. I'm super excited about the new Ewok stuff. I have to say the guild we're in is perfect for this stuff. I mean, we made a good choice moving over. So, go Team Skunk!
Go Team Skunk, yeah.
The Sith.
Guys,
go the Sith.
But for guys who might be struggling for a guild or want to make a jump, go Team Skunk and look at their options. We found a great guild through their network.
Yeah.
Very organized, very dedicated players, and we've been happy with our move.
Yeah, we did that just recently. In fact, that's part of the reason we came back, because we were struggling with Heroic and in our other guild, and you know we loved the Mercs for Hire, and if any of you guys are listening, like we really do love you guys and miss you, but and honestly, all of you come over. You know, contact us. You guys got us on Discord. Like, we would absolutely love to have you guys over here too. So, well, not that we're officers over here or anything. So, don't have a lot of pull, but we can get you in touch with the people. Yeah. So we are about to start Heroic Phase 1. Why is this not started? Hey, you should poke Pat and see if he'll start the run. By the way, for everybody else, I'm sure this looks like a really tantalizing group, but to me, this is really depressing because I have all of them 7-star already. Yeah, I bet you do know that guild, Pat. Hey, Pat, you should start the raid. Let's get some farming done really fast while we wait. So Sundays are like one of my favorite days, followed shortly by Mondays in this game because I get lots of Zetas. 21 minutes. What? I thought the... Oh, okay. You're the boss. Pat, you can come jump in the channel with us if you want. We could do, if anybody's watching that's interested, we can do, I'll do, what do I call it? I call it the, basically if you guys pick any character in Galaxy of Heroes, I can give you their backstory, and I won't even cheat. I can give you some of their backstory for all of them. Except for like TIE Fighter Pilot. If you go generic, I don't know what I'll do.
I'm going to hear an echo between the two, aren't I?
Probably. Just turn off the sound on the YouTube channel.
It's delayed anyway, so it's rather annoying.
Yeah, it's about 15 seconds delayed. We still have 21 minutes? I thought the raid was at
8:30.
How did Chief Chirpa become chief? Is that even part of lore? Oh, you want to see my arena team? I love my arena team.
Yeah.
Chief Chirpa is Chief Chirpa. That's part of lore. What? How's that a question?
I don't actually know the answer to that, so I'm actually looking that up. I'm going to put my tail between my legs and say it's very rare. He served as chief of the Council of Elders and Ewok tribe that lived in Bright Tea Village. We all know that.
No haggle car
Oh my God! No, go away. We don't want any audio. No, they literally have nothing about him on Wikipedia.
Well, he probably
When a chirpa
gets-
mom and a chirpa dad.
My arena team. Okay, let's talk about arena really fast. I'm gonna steal a Kanan shard really fast. Hold on. Boom.
So I see an Obi-Wan Kenobi, I see an R2-D2, and I see most likely a Zylo, and now I want to walk away and cry.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Your
No.
level 80 opponent here.
On what? On your arena?
No, on your arena.
I don't see anything good yet.
No, that's your possible opponent.
Do I count them? I have seen them all multiple times. I can't help it. I'm addicted to Star Wars. But do I enjoy them? No, I watched them the first time when I found them, and then I forced my children to sit down and watch them.
So he's using the children as an excuse. You actually really like them.
Well, Rebels, on the other hand, I'm on my second run through on because I think that's fantastic. And Clone Wars, both the Samurai Jack version and the version that Netflix eventually bought, are both fucking amazing. Excuse my language. I do try not to cuss on my channel.
And the Samurai Jack cartoons are especially cool because two really awesome things happen. One, you
Mace
have an
Windu is
episode-
epic.
Yeah, you have the one episode where Mace Windu is absolutely epic and just destroys an entire clone army by himself.
He does.
The other thing, and probably, well, the two other things is you find out how you find out how Anakin Skywalker becomes a Jedi. He never actually goes through the Jedi trials. And then finally, it's your first introduction to General Grievous. That was the last episode, is you are introduced to General Grievous, and then I think episode 3 comes out at that point.
Yeah, I remember that because then after episode 3 is when they released the series with that eventually got purchased by Netflix. The problem is they have the same darn name, and they're so different, so it's so confusing. Well, my R2's dead.
Well, the great thing about the next Netflix series when they purchased it is they did one final extra season.
Oh yeah,
It is
that was awesome.
by far my favorite season.
Of
In the last,
Ahsoka one.
yeah, the Ahsoka one where she's expelled from the Order.
Yep. Oh, good.
But
Because
those
of
last
Barriss
3
Alfie.
Yeah.
This super healer that we all want to go get is like the biggest counter hero ever. And that she's trying to save yeah, what a psycho.
So but the last 3 episodes explain how Yoda learns how to become a Force ghost. And it
Oh
is
yeah, I remember that.
probably one of the most pivotal moments of explanation in Star Wars since we found out that there's midichlorians in the universe.
And then we found out that things outside the universe don't have midichlorians. And then they found out that none of that ever mattered. And we're all going to go cry. By the way, Pat, I'm sure you don't know this, but we are... there are pre-viz animatics.
Pre-visual animatics.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I don't know that I've seen those. I wish I had. That sounds awesome. No, the both Eric and I have read. They were going to introduce Revan? No way.
Rumor was, yeah. I remember reading.
I would have loved to see Revan come back.
Well, if they did that, then we would have known that everything pre-Hope is now official canon.
Well, everything pre-Hope, all the video games, they've never non-canon.
Yeah, but the specific announcement when everything was transferred over to Disney was movies and Clone Wars canon. Everything else,
Yeah.
legends. That means before and after. Now, the only indication we've had that that the before stuff is going to be canon is 2 things. One, they haven't messed with it. 2, Darth Nihilus, if I remember correctly, is ancient Sith Lord, though I don't know where he specifically pops up.
He's like way back. It's like the 3rd or 4th Sith Lord. He's one of the OGs.
Yeah, he's one of the like founders.
Yeah, he does battle Raven though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought I swore he battled against Revan, and he was a Force ghost when he battled Revan though, wasn't he?
I don't know about that.
He lost everything during the Galactic Republic's war against the Mandalorian Neo Crusader. So yeah, that's a long time ago. During the final battle on the planet Malachor, which surrounded the planet, the destructive spatial phenomenon known as a mass shadow, experiencing the shadow that obliterated almost everything on and around the planet, Nihilus craved Force energy. The afflicted painfully ravaged his body and rendered him wounded in the Force. Yeah, so he ends up becoming a Sith on 3 concurrent Dark Lords. Yeah, so he's book-wise, yeah, back in the day.
So I've got 3,951 BBY as a date according to the old timeline. So what do you think? Is this indication that that everything New Hope is official canon?
I think they're going to scrap some of it. I think the Han Solo movie is going to scrap a lot of the Han Solo stuff. Like if you remember, what was the book where he got his stripes and all that? The Han Solo trilogy. There's like 3 books in one book. I have it sitting around here somewhere. I bought it again. I found a first edition of it hardcover on my honeymoon, and I bought it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
because those are the things I look for.
You know, it's a hard book to find. Star Wars Sacrifice, the book where they kill Mara Jade. It's almost
Oh
impossible
my
to find.
god, I cried so hard when I almost called him Kylo when Darth oh my god, when Jason uh kills Mara. Yeah. It shows how much I'm falling into the new timeline that I'm starting to forget some of the old timeline. Yeah, I thought it was Coder too. Yeah, because he ends up
He's the main character of Quarter. Too.
yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's two characters. He's knocked me twice. I didn't think Cheap Chirpa had that big of a backstory, but Darth Kaitis. Oh, that was my boy. I actually was working on a Darth Kaitis outfit because he's always been my favorite, and then Disney bought it, and I was like, they're gonna axe him. Well, you know what the worst part about all of it was? They had the perfect stopping point. Luke and Leia were talking about Luke, Leia, Han were talking about retiring. Chewbacca was dead. Like, they had the perfect spot in the books to just come in, introduce a couple new characters. They could have done whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, you had the Yuzhong Vong introduced. You had the world had gone through all this destruction and chaos, and they could have come back and just boom, right then made an awesome movie. But
yeah, they had the characters too. They had the same two male female trio.
yeah.
So you had Jaina Solo, who's Jedi Master.
Jagged Fell, the Imperial
you
gone.
had Jagged Fell.
Yeah.
And then, most famously, and one of my all-time favorite characters, you had Ben Skywalker, son of Luke and Mara Jade. None of this Ben Solo crap. And I'm gonna have to stop now, or I get really upset.
Eric is very or Protag. Eric is very upset about the fact that they named a Solo Ben because they don't care at all about. They never knew Ben that well. Yeah, you say that, but you don't think that there was enough. They needed a bunch of exposition to explain the fact that all of a sudden the Galactic Empire is dead and there's this and there's no middle ground. I mean, and so many plot holes. And I've read the books, and there's still so many plot holes. The old story was solid.
With the Aftermath series, we know how the First Order comes to be.
Well, we know kind of how it starts to be.
Well,
we know
what's her name.
Well, we know that the Emperor actually planned it. The Emperor planned it out, and he took that guy off of, and that's the reason that God, I'm talking right now, and I just can't remember anything. The planet that they found, Jakku. They found out that Jakku was why we know Jakku is important, and yeah. Do you guys think it's Luke's kid? Do you think Rey is Luke's?
Simplest explanation.
Yeah, but the fact that Rey Sloane, like, I'm just saying, Rey Sloane, the last we see of her is she's right outside of a Sith temple. No?
No, she's on the Superstar Destroyer.
Oh yeah, with the
on the way out to the Outer Rim, or past the Outer Rim. That's how Aftermath is really good. In general, it grows up the Star Wars universe in ways I'm not fond of, but at the very end, you finally understand the connection between why all of a sudden you pick up at Jakku and the far reaches of the galaxy, because the Emperor sent the Empire remnant out past Jakku, and Jakku was a starting point. And the First Order is the remnant of the Empire coming back into the galaxy, and Jakku is the first planet geographically that they can get to in that area. And so that's why they're on Jakku. That's also why the Resistance is all the way out on Jakku. And you have the Star Destroyer in the first movie and in the trailer on the ground, and Rey, when you open up, she's scavenging in the Star Destroyer, because that's also the last line of defense or the last stand for the Empire in the new canon. So it's they've taken the most remote planet and made it one of the most important.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a whole chat with.
We can raid now.
I understand what you're saying. Sorry, Joseph just said that he wants a droid faction rework with a droid faction pass with a Grievous rework and Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones would be awesome.
Oh my god, I would be the best freaking character in this game. I would play him all the time. Literally would just play him because he's awesome. Yeah.
Raids are up.
Yeah, 7:24. What a weird time for raid.
I'm bored waiting.
Wow, that's because you're sitting in here with us. So should I do should I do pit first again?
What? Recording 0?
We gotta show everybody how to do it.
To hit 0.
Yeah.
You take a pig.
Show people how to do
You take a level 24 pig. You see this? And you hit battle. And then you hit battle again. You're going to see me doing this a lot. The battle, then battle again. I have to tell you, I want to figure out how to do exactly 1 damage. It's like a new thing. I really want to be able to hit for 1 damage.
It's normally a glitch, but I got it off. I forget who I did it with.
Because if you get 1 damage, then you can't be mad at me for not getting 0. And I still rank above all of the zeros. Does that make sense?
Once or twice before.
I'm not trying to cheat. I'm just trying to not have to. And now comes the next hour. And I'm really glad people are in chat with me because last time this got really repetitive.
Well, my suggestion would be to run you 2 Jedi teams first.
Why? I'll use them to break up the monotony.
Yeah, or run one, then do Zylo and run the other. Because once you see Zylo, it's been done.
Zylo is still possible for anybody wondering.
Yeah, just a little bit different tactic.
Takes
like 2 hours.
Forever. Yeah, it does take 2 hours. Cause
we were the first guild, by the way, to deal with P1 after that update.
Was that? That makes me feel better, because
I was on a meeting or the podcast channel, and we were talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, we aren't starting for a while." Blah blah. I was like, "I'm in it right now."
Yeah. And my Kylo got his butt kicked, right off the bat, and I was like, "What? Wait, I don't have any resets?"
So, what do y'all think of Kanan Jarrus? I gotta get someone else's opinion. I know I've talked to Robert about this, but let me get the ability up.
I'm gonna get 1 successful Zylo run in before I do anything else. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, so Kanan's unique. Maxed out, he has an 80% counter chance and recovers 35% health whenever he suffers a debuff. I wish I had him at gear level 10, because if you pair him at that point with I'm a Gundy, he has a 100% counter chance during phase 1.
But why? I just don't feel like that's when you make a change and you're going to do something 100% counter chance, that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to complain about 100% counter chance, but if you're looking for 100% counter chance, just put Count Dooku in. At that point, all you're literally doing is trying to reinvent the wheel.
No, because he has more. It gets better, though.
Go ahead.
When he deals damage to an enemy, he'll inflict offensive down until to the start of Kanan's next turn. So Grievous does mostly AoE attacks. He's got 100% counter chance. That means on Grievous you got 100% offensive down. Now, so you can take whatever your Jedi team normally does and put a ×2 on it.
Huh.
I mean, for the people that don't have a whole lot of Kylos, this is a great way to clear Phase 1. Oh, in addition to it, this ability gains a 15% critical chance for each ally under full health.
Yeah, but
So-
full health is such a full health is such a weird thing. Like, you get used to it with Zylo because your protection doesn't count towards negative health. Like, it actually has to hit your health bar, and by then you're usually in trouble.
Correct.
Hey, when you
But-
do your Zylo, you don't have a Zylo, do you, Pat?
No.
Damn it. I'm always wondering, am I supposed to do when outrage isn't up, am I supposed to be doing lash out or am I supposed to be doing the basic attack? Have you
I
read
would-
anything about that?
I would do your lash out because you get offensive up.
Yeah, but then B2 screws your face up. B2 ends up doing his special attack then.
Let me see.
That hurt. Failed again. Nobody's put up a contribution yet in the guild. I think all the Zylos are like, hit, run away.
Everything, or McMull, or I think it was, wrote this section. Lash out if outrage isn't up.
Huh. Okay. Man, they must have ruined his get out of jail free card chance. Because it is not 40%.
What?
Oh, dude, you have no idea. So I want one of the so Joseph is going off in our chat about droids they need to add to the game, and I want a bunch of the droids that are. I think droids are one of the things they've really messed out on. I think that it would be cool to have a generic option, so it's like Stormtrooper, right? If they came out with what they called generic Stormtrooper or generic B2 or generic, and it was like a gray card that you could fill in blanks with. Does that make sense? So I want them to come out with events like in Galactic War. If you go in and you don't have all your characters or whatever, you can put in one of these droids, and they have their own buffs and their own everything. I don't know. I've just always felt like I would love to lead an entire army full of generic Stormtrooper. I mean clone trooper. Like Darth Vader and 4 Stormtroopers. But I don't know. Like, the other team's allowed to do it, why am I not? Does that make sense though? I don't know how it would work in game mechanics, but
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
well, I mean, it would have to be a character that, like, it wouldn't be all powerful. It wouldn't be like a Kylo Ren. It would be has a basic attack and has a basic taunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think they need to work out some other issues
Before
first.
then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't figure that they would be. I remember the Konami. Do you guys remember the old Star Wars card game, the one that came out like in the 90s with the special edition?
No.
Do you know? That game was
I
fun.
don't.
No.
You didn't play that with me, Eric? I think that was Potter.
I might have.
We played it.
But that
We
was
played
a long
this
time ago.
in a
In a
galaxy far, far away. Run away! I can't believe that I have 10 people watching me just fail at Kylo.
It's better than people watching me fail at Phase 1 with Jedi.
So I've been thinking about my Phase 1 Jedi, and I'm really tempted to Zeta Barris just for Phase 1. Because, I mean, R2 is my logical next choice. I use him in PvP. He is by far the character I use the most, and
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. You can use her in Arena too.
You use him as well?
No, I was saying your Zaris wouldn't be bad.
Well, yeah.
Because that team's what?
Rex.
No, it's Nihilus lead, Barris, Maul, Savage, and Dooku.
5s with R2 and Zylo. And Zylo really carries that group a lot, him and 5s. But what I want to do is basically what I want to do is go through and what was I talking about? I'm sorry, I got caught up in fighting. Huh?
Zaris.
Oh, yeah. See, Barris just doesn't fit with like the theme or whatever that I'm trying to do for my PvP. Because what I want is R2, Kenobi, and then the 3 clones, and then I think that together with him being able to give the clones the re-attack, the counter. Sorry, I don't know why my brain's just not working this afternoon. You know what I mean, though? With him being able to give the clones and 5s having that, and honestly, even R2, like, that's a... R2 having all the stuns, all the debuffs, and giving everybody plus 10% health and everything, it's so freaking broken.
Yeah, but they won't change that for...
Oh, no. Maybe. R2 is going to be broken for a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the reason to double Zeta, in my opinion, is that he's going to be the best support character in the game for a long time.
Well, we should be seeing him come out next month and a half again. So.
Oh, I've already got him 7-starred.
I don't.
I do.
I've got him 5-starred.
TIE Fighter pilot. It's the key.
Star at least?
I've got him 7-star.
Who, R2?
No, TIE Fighter.
Oh. I've got him 7-star too.
I've got Poe 7-star, level 1. Like, haven't done anything to him.
I have a lot of gear level 8 characters. Let's just leave it at that. A lot. An unhealthy number of gear 8 characters.
But you don't have General Kenobi.
You're right.
We will, though.
I know.
End of August. I'm thinking.
You think that's when he'll unlock, or he'll be 7-star?
Unlock. 7-star will be 4 weeks after that.
24, 25 runs if you're just getting 6.
Gear 8 is pretty much where I'm at.
He unlocks at 5, though, I thought. Yeah, he unlocks at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he locks on 5, but that's 145 shards or something like that.
Which is 24 attacks.
Yeah, 24, there we go.
I've sat there at work just doing the math before.
About getting
unlocking the time it takes, all that fun stuff.
Well, that's my biggest thing, is I wish there was a way to get it more often than we do.
We're on track. I mean,
yeah.
The most you can do in a week is 2, with the exception of like every other week being 3 raids. Because you have the carryover if you're hitting 90k each time. But yeah, no, we're right on track. We're doing 2 a week. This is our 3rd. Because we finished on Sunday.
Yeah.
Started one Monday.
Well, I mean, we do one every other day for the most part, don't we?
Yeah, no, sorry, this is. Oh, today's not Saturday, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be our first of the week. We'll down it tomorrow morning, and then
Yeah.
Wednesday, then Friday or Saturday.
Well, I'm sorry I missed your second meeting. Or that's
Second
coming up
meeting.
here soon. You've got that the. Don't you have the town hall coming up?
Yeah. Yeah, the first one went pretty well. We'll see how the second one goes.
Well,
It's awesome. I think you posted that we were 36
Friday night, yeah.
Friday night for the raids. How does do you know how the formula is that they decide ranking when it comes to the tank
Time breaks.
raid and the Rancor raid?
So there's 3 sections. There's overall, pit, and tank. And if you down heroic tank, you get 300 points. If you down normal, you get 75. And I think it ranks it in order of who got it last. So if someone downed it right now and we downed it right after them, we would be the top spot because we did it latest.
isn't that counter? Wouldn't you want the person who did it first?
Honestly, I have no idea. That's the way. Because 36. I was looking at it the other night. We had a bunch of people that had either done it already or something. Because I'm in a mutual server with just about all the guild leaders in the game, and we were talking about it.
That makes sense.
Either way, it's better. It's huge improvement from where we came from a month ago.
Oh yeah, well I mean we didn't see that part. We just saw you guys kicking ass.
Yeah. I'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're doing good.
So what were you?
had,
I don't know if you mind saying it on during. I mean, you're reading on the live stream, but you had said something about having me go help. Is that something you were wondering about, or what? I didn't know.
No, that was kind of something we were talking about because we're going to bring in 2 more guilds, and they are struggling on heroic. So one thing we want to establish with the whole family of the Sith is being able to send some people, kind of like a morale boost, to another guild in our family of our 6 that we'll have, and just help them either, like I said, morale boosting up or just.
Well, do you want to? I mean, but the thing is like I wanna get my Kenobi shards, obviously, and if they're clearing, I don't care.
As an example.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but do we get to come back and raid with you guys too?
Oh yeah. No, you'd be on the loan basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like when the week before you guys came in, we had Furious, the guild leader from Driving Forces, come over and drop 12 mil, and we downed it. Then we had you guys join. Actually, I think you joined the second or third one.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as you guys were down in it.
Let's say we don't equal 12 mil though.
We come close, but we don't equal that.
Well, I had them do that, and then the next raid was like 2 weeks later. And the reality of why I did it that way is I wanted people to say, like, here's your where you need to focus. And sure enough, that's what it was. You guys came in right after that one.
Oh, okay.
Sure enough, people for 2 weeks focused in on teams, and then we downed it, did it a day later, and record time I had to tell people to stop.
That's not a bad problem to have, let me just say.
Oh, it's better than failing.
Yeah, way better than failing. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take another swing at him. Might as well. So there's a point in this. I don't know if you guys have, I know you guys haven't run Zylo yet, but for those of the people who are watching to actually watch Zylo, we where you can either escape and not get hit a bunch of extra times, or you hit and then it's the last hit before he pops his special. Does that make sense? So
Sorry, say that again. I wasn't listening.
so you know when I don't know what the name of it is, but the triangle on top of Grievous,
Mm-hmm.
he pops it when you're fast enough. You can hit him enough times before the 8-turn reset with just Kylo to pop that.
Okay.
But so when your meter comes up, it says you have to make, I have to make the decision whether or not I'm going to hit him one last time. Oh, debuff immunity. Or I'm going to, that isn't debuff immunity on him. It's I'll show you when I do it this time. But anyway, so, or whether or not you want to take the damage or not, basically, is the choice you have to make. Can you deal with it? The answer is usually no, but it's always so tempting to hit him one last time.
Yeah, that's what you gotta have self-control, essentially.
You missed it. I don't know if you were watching the last stream, but the last stream, I literally got to, we had gotten him all the way down to like 12%, and I was doing really well as top damage and all that, and then all of a sudden, I go to look at the YouTube channel, the people who are chatting to me there, and I click back over, I alt tab over, and I'm dead.
Oof.
I don't even know what happened. It was just like, I don't know if like I accidentally clicked auto or I don't know. It was like they gave Grievous like a super boost.
My Zylo's down.
What'd you say?
I think I remember you saying, my Zylo's down.
Zylo's down, damn it.
Yeah, but we were pretty dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, we clear it fine. I mean, I do the Zylos mostly so I just don't use the rest of my characters. That, and it puts me in top spots in the raid, like top 3, so.
Until Voidy comes in and just drops.
It's almost, it's almost just, yeah, Phase 4 is, I was like, I have to be so far in the lead by Phase 4 that, because I always miss it.
Yeah, I haven't participated in a Phase 4 either.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
did
takes...
the last one, but it was like 2%.
Yeah.
I was just knocking him down.
So.
Of course, I accidentally didn't put in airplane mode to my clones. Phase 4 was a little rough.
Well, I tell people this all the time, and I don't think it's cheating. I hope nobody does, but I use Nox is how I play, especially for raiding.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm playing normally, I play on my cell phone, but when it comes to raids, I actually take them seriously. So I sit down and put a headset on, and
yeah.
And that's my wife's cue to just leave me the hell alone for like an hour. That's kind of how it works. I don't do it very often, but
Nox is awesome because you get to use your big screen. It takes your small little. It takes the game you love playing on your phone, and you can actually see
everything.
Yeah, I'm playing on a 29-inch monitor right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I downloaded it for my third alt. It's sitting in Moons right now.
It's doing what?
It's just sitting in our T6 guild.
Oh. So how many weeks in a row do I have to do my 600 before everybody loves me enough that I don't have to send in my...
Well, there's a new thing I might be implementing, but it's going to take...
Oh, I'm just kidding, Pat. It's not that big of a deal.
Did you get your 600 in yet? Because I can check something out. For the newer people.
I don't know that I'm even at 600, to be honest. Even, because of what he said in the beginning. But I thought there was a setting where you could look at the contributions for the week.
No, I mean, we have spreadsheets.
They need to add that. Yeah,
Oh
they
my
keep.
God. I have spreadsheets for everything for days.
All right. So what's the best information you've gotten from the spreadsheets you keep?
I have a spreadsheet that pulls everything from SWGOH, so I can tell how many G10s, G11s, for what phases.
So
There's a reason that he leads several guilds.
gotcha.
And the whole Team Skunk community, basically.
And the whole Team Skunk what? Database?
I'm one of the leaders for Team Skunk as well.
Oh, cool.
Wow. That's not 40%.
What's not 40%?
You haven't about the last 5 or 6 tries. You haven't escaped.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's awful. I'll do a lot of damage this time though, because I got my health down.
So
I'll take a full bar in one attack. Yeah,
I
no.
just saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if they actually damage me, like my Kylo is, I'm not gonna say he's like one of the best Kylos or anything like that, because that's ridiculous. But he's at like 226 speed or something like that. Like he's pretty ridiculous, and he hits for like a tank.
Yeah, mine does too. Where he's on G10.
now, were you able to do that without speed mods?
I probably could. So this is the attack I was talking about. That one. Oh, it didn't pop. Oh, I'm gonna escape this time anyway. When they do enough debuffs on me, I can get a lot of attacks in. Fuck. Gunblade is getting out though. Just me. I'm the only one being hurt by this.
Yeah, he shot up. He shot up hard.
Well, I mean, I could put my clones in and I would go up because I can do a bit of damage because I've got 2 full clone teams now.
Jedi
Jedi team. That's what I mean. Clones are the next phase.
Phase 2.
Next
Woo!
phase 2 and 3.
So
Alright, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta get ready for that meeting.
Yep.
I'll be back in a
all
minute.
right, man. Thanks for joining us, Pat.
Yeah.
There we go. We lost our fancy person. Now it's just us boring people.
We'll have to manage somehow.
I'm not being sarcastic if you're actually listening, Pat. I've always felt like I watch these streams and I'm like, I watch my own stream and I go, why do people watch this? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I love that people watch it. That's the whole reason I keep doing it, but yeah.
So since we're watching a lot of Kylo right now, what do you think is going to happen in the upcoming movie? Where are they going to go with his story arc?
With his story arc, we're gonna find out that Kylo is the leader of the Knights of Ren, and that Kylo is not like a Darth. It's sort of like a Darth title, except for Kylo is the leader. That's the name they give their leader is Kylo, and then all of them are Rens. We're gonna find out that the masks that the Knights of Ren wear are that the masks that the Knights of Ren wear are actually Sith artifacts that enhance their powers, and that the way that Kylo was probably seduced to the dark side was a gift of the mask that he put on, and it corrupted his soul to the dark side. However, I don't feel like we're going to have a dark side, light side battle. Oh, another interesting fact, I also believe that we'll find out that the Knights of Ren are actually a offspring of the Inquisitors that Darth Vader started, which would explain that Kylo Ren's whole thing about how he wants to follow in his grandfather's footsteps and all of that. He's actually taken over the Inquisitors that he had trained and renamed them the Knights of Ren. or they have been renamed the Knights of Ren. That, or they were originally named the Knights of Ren, and we just call them Inquisitors because it's a kids show. So
I was about to say we haven't seen Inquisitors since season 2
yeah, but
of
I think
Rebels.
I think that that's what it is. I think that they are the helmets of the Inquisitors. I think the Inquisitors, I think Darth Vader got all of them together, all of these helmets together, and started handing them out and training the Inquisitors. And each one of them is different, and each one of them is imbued with the life force of another Sith user.
Would these Inquisitor helmets be strong enough
By Darth Vader.
to give force powers to a non-force user?
Yeah, that's what happens, and that's the reason they can use lightsabers too. Although that's kind of gone out the window. They don't really care who uses a lightsaber anymore. So this was the attack I was talking about. So it's tactical maneuvering, gives them 25% offense, 30% turn meter whenever another ally is attacked. And yeah, so that's that special I was talking about. No, I think that the Emperor wasn't oblivious to it, but they always talk about Darth Vader's, especially in Rebels, they talk about Darth Vader's conviction to kill the Jedi. He has this undying hatred, and honestly, he falls so far towards the dark side, so far into his despair by the end, that if it wasn't for Luke, you really would have he truly was evil before Luke came in the picture. He had truly become awful, and because of that, I mean, there's a huge part of me that looks at that storyline and goes, oh my gosh, look at how bad he became. But no, I believe the Inquisitors are definitely going to be what the Knights of Ren are either based off of, or they are a straight lineage of those helmets, or of the where did we find that information at, Eric? Was that from a comic book, the helmets?
No, that was from the very end of Aftermath. Because in Aftermath,
Oh yeah,
you get this strange dark side cult, and they are collecting lightsabers. And the guy, why am I not going to remember his name? Starts giving these helmets out to little kids, and the majority of the Imperial remnant that goes off world from Jakku into the outer reaches of space are kids. And so this explains the First Order's fanaticism, and Finn's statement that he hasn't known anything else in his life other than being a stormtrooper and being in training. And he the beginning of Force Awakens is his first opportunity to cut and run from their First Order. It's probably also his first opportunity for being off-world from wherever they set up the new equivalent to the Imperial Academy.
I feel like when they named the First Order, somebody had been really, yeah. And I just keep thinking of NWO, like. I want them to start throwing CDs. No, New World. So there was a game that came out in the early '90s called New World Order, and it was like a music thing. And I'm
We just lost you, buddy.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You should be able to hear me still. I think we lost you, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember the NWO? Was that the game, Joseph?
No, well, no. There was WCW wrestling, and they had Hulk Hogan for a while, and then they were the New World Order. They were the bad guys.
Was that the name of that game, though? Oh, I need to escape or not. Holy crap. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, and I got away too. Good. There we go. Climbing those charts. Leaving everybody else in the dust. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I keep thinking of. First Order. They get to a new planet. This is the new First World Order.
No, this is a fun thing. That if the Knights of Ren's helmets are going to imbue dark side, there was a there's a 4-series comic that came out. It was a direct precursor to The Force Awakens, and it explains, if anyone's doing what's now the expanded universe, immediately after the Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker disappears. He has disappeared from the storyline, and all it is he's supposedly looking for Jedi artifacts and stuff to put the Jedi back together. He doesn't premiere as an actual character in the Aftermath books at all. He's just talked about 1 or 2 times. Another thing I'm very aggravated about.
Why? Luke Skywalker, they're really trying to... I think Joseph was right. They're trying to get rid of the Skywalker name. I think that Skywalker... The fact that Skywalker Ranch is the name...
You could not cut out the Skywalker name out of the Star Wars series.
Get away from that.
That's
so that
just
they
ridiculous.
can have Luke Mickey Mouse. Mickey Skywalker.
We'll see.
Yeah. I bet there's something in the contract that says that he still gets money from any character named Skywalker or something. Oh, I should not be fighting that. Hey guys, I'm going to take 4 minutes. I'm going to let Protag entertain you with interesting Star Wars facts. Be right back. By the way, it's a bio break.
I'm not going to be able to find him, but Marvel put out a set of 4 comics in canon that were the direct precursors to that were direct precursors to The Force Awakens. And what happens is Luke finds this force tree in one of the Emperor's secret labs. And this force tree was originally at the center of the Jedi Temple. And you see this especially at the very end of the Netflix series, at the last ending of that show. This is where Yoda is. They close the series at this force tree in the center of this courtyard. And so Luke is going to find it for the establishing of the Jedi Order. When he finds this force tree, he actually finds 2, which he's not expecting. So he takes one, supposedly to Coruscant or wherever they established a new Jedi Order for the temple there. The other one he gives to a rebel pilot, female rebel pilot, who I'm not going to remember her name, but who actually ends up being the main character of the comics. She settles on a distant world with her husband with the force tree. And only her and her husband know that the tree that they planted is this super special force tree. Well, you also see that they have a young son at the very end of the comic. The 2 main characters are African American. And so my theory is that Finn is a son of this couple, and that he spent every day around this force tree. And this is why Finn can handle the lightsaber the way he does, is that Finn, even if he didn't grow up or has a natural force aptitude, because he spent every day around this tree and his family cared for this tree, he has been imbued with the force much more than others. And I think one of the big surprises that's going to catch everybody off guard, is that Finn is going to show some force powers or some force aptitude that no one's expecting, because he has been caretaker and his family's been caretaker of this very powerful force tree. it's kind of a long shot. It may never make it into the movies, but I really think Finn has got a much more powerful connection to the Force than any of us know or suspect. Right, he may be Force sensitive, but and we'll see what happens. But I think Finn might be the pivotal character in the story arc, the one in which everything um, turns around, because he's got this knowledge point, this tree that uh, no one else has. And he's the only way that anyone could get to the tree, i.e., Rey, if this becomes some type of test, the Dagobah cave, or something similar to that concept.
Hey everybody, I'm back. So what are we talking about? I was trying to read through these comments.
They got my Finn Force sensitive spiel from
Oh.
comic books.
I think that's very true. I think that Finn is. I actually think Finn is probably a stolen child of a progeny of Mace Windu, but yeah, I have no proof behind that. Cause yeah, I just imagine the Jedi Order hiding children. Like, oh, we had another one. Wasn't supposed to happen, but one of the Jedi Masters got a little bit excited. No, nobody else. Why wouldn't it start with an illegitimate Jedi child? Sorry, I keep shutting off the thing. I grabbed some snacks and I didn't want you guys to be. I have childs. I love my childs. Alright, my daughter Bella, she has decided that she's gonna wear her hair in Princess Leia buns for the next week. And decided to tell my wife, who is not a huge Star Wars fan, that that's what she has to do to her hair every day. It was a great win as a dad.
Okay, so I'm reading the lightsaber comments, and Disney has actually updated the lightsaber. I can't remember where they do this. I'm not sure. It's one of the first books, but they actually give a full description of how a lightsaber works. This is basically, it's this simple: that a lightsaber is a plasma blade with basically a sheath around it to contain the plasma. And that's why you have the battery packs. What is special about it is that it takes a force user to set the crystals to make a lightsaber work. So this is also why in the expanded in the new universe that anyone can pick up a lightsaber, because they've changed it to anyone can use a lightsaber, but you have to have the force to make a lightsaber. And obviously a person with the force has can get the most use out of the weapon. But crystal alignment. But all it is now is that crystal alignment is a focus point to shoot plasma into a blade. And I forget how the protective casing works on it, but the white glow you see on the outside is actually a protective casing holding the plasma. So light is no longer an actual descriptor. It should be a plasma sword, but let's not break with tradition.
I've always assumed that it was a plasma sword, to be very honest.
Yeah,
But
but
I didn't
Lucas
need
went
to
after-
know. You know, Lucas had a saying, like if you do a bunch of research into the old, uh, uh, if you if you look at what Lucas said when he first made Star Wars, he said, the reason Star Wars was successful was because I didn't make a movie for us. I made a movie like it was for the people who lived in that time. Meaning you didn't need to know how the Force worked. You just accepted that it did and it was awesome. And no, it isn't that he didn't give two shits. He literally did it on purpose. I mean, I'm talking about, like, if you want to really find out about Lucas's thought processes through stuff, there's a guy, he wrote a book, and it's called, I keep recommending it to you, Eric. Have you read it yet?
I haven't. I'm still in the middle of the Farseer books, which I'm enjoying the hell out of. But if you give me a second,
Which books are
I'll
you
get
reading? The
that.
Farseer trilogy? You started with Assassin's
Yeah.
Apprentice, right?
Yeah. I started in the wrong order, but I finished the first one, the very, very first one, and now I'm the second one where he's gotten night eyes.
Oh, yeah, brother. And then there's 9 of them now. I'm finished. The 9th one is on the Audible account now.
Oh, wow, that many?
Yeah. I'm just finishing the 9th one. It just came out last month. It's a trilogy of trilogies now, which is awesome.
When somebody beats the Harry Dresden series, which I believe is at 15, maybe 16 books, I'll be impressed.
Oh man, there's so many fantasy series that have done that. There's just not very many good ones. I was really into Laurel K. Hamilton when I was younger, mainly because I just like sexy she-vampires. But sorry, I'm supposed to be looking up this book for Joseph. I believe it is called Back to the Library. I have it on Audible. It's 56 hours on Audible.
I'm looking at Audible now.
I'm should be paying attention to this run that I'm doing, but I'm apparently more interested in talking about Star Wars.
There's nothing better than talking about
It's
Star
called
Wars.
The Secret History of Star Wars. And a guy it's an unbelievably large book, and the Audible book is 56 hours. It still costs 1 credit. And he literally goes through every script orientation, everything. All of that. Well, Star Wars is 367 books, I believe, is what it was before the EU reset it. So, I mean, they've got Dresden beat pretty heavily. Oh, Animorphs. R.L. Stein's. Yeah. Let's get us beat some General Grievous. I still haven't run my Jedi teams. After this run, I'll do Jedi teams. Give us something different to look at. They're not good in any other phase, so I might as well use them.
Obi-Wan is a Padawan series? What series is that?
It's like the Young Jedi Knight series. It came out about the same time as the Clone Wars movies, right after the first episode 1. We were kind of in a depressed state. I read them, but I don't know that I remember them.
So do you think we'll get a Kenobi movie?
I hope we get a Kenobi movie that talks about his space, the time between. Yeah, I totally hope we get one.
But where do we want the time frame to be? Do we
I don't know that I care at this point. I just want to watch more Star Wars all the time.
How could you not care about what time frame that
Because
they?
I just want more Star Wars. I know everybody is all whatever, but I'm just telling you, all I care about is more Star Wars. I don't have anything else other than that on my mind when I go to the movies. Hey, you know what this movie would have been better if it was Star Wars?
Are you gonna say that about Iron Man?
About what?
About Iron Man.
No, because it's not Star Wars. I love Iron Man. You know I love Iron Man, but at the same time, it's not Star Wars. If they just keep coming out with Star Wars movies, I'm just going to be happy. It's a great universe. It's got great characters. Good always wins. Evil always loses. Except for when they're going to wait till the next episode for good to win. Like, here's my biggest pet peeve about Disney right now. I hope that they don't ruin the fact that Star Wars should be sexless. It should just be good. Like, that is one of the great reasons for Star Wars being great. Is the fact that it was just good. There was no... You didn't have to worry, like, no matter how big of a religious zealot you are or whatever, you didn't have to sit there and go, you know what, my kids can't watch this. Because it wasn't like that. It was just a good movie. They've had 2 movies and people are going to complain about it all they want, but it's like Marvel. You don't have to tell the same story over and over again. I just want more. More. I don't want anything but more Star Wars. If only movies that ever came out with more Star Wars, I would watch them all. I would... Hey, this is Star Wars number 72. I don't really feel like I need to go watch this one. But I'm going to be the guy standing in line and they're like, oh, is this your first Star Wars movie? And I'm going to be like, no, I'm an old man. I've watched all of them 9 million times. Have you heard about when this happened? I don't care. I'm more than happy to be a nerd. What?
There was a great joke on Dark Matter, which is a sci-fi series. They have one of the characters going to onto a space station to have fun. And she's like, I'm gonna go see Star Wars 356. I hear it's a classic.
Awesome. That I would love to be alive when Star Wars number 378,322 comes out. Yeah, I want to be 100 years old, and I want my kids to go be like, do you remember Empire Strikes Back? Yeah, I'm all for winning. I don't know what Gunblade's doing, but he's making me look bad right now. He's probably doing Kylo and didn't take a pee break. Which people are idiots? All of the people?
Well, if the both of y'all hurry up, we can actually get phase 2 before we go to sleep.
Oh, I'd like to get to phase 2 sooner than later, yeah. Mainly because I like showing off my clones before I go to bed.
Are you gonna use Princess Leia? Or are you gonna?
I don't know. I think last time we decided Princess Leia was better, but the time before that, the clones did so much better with R2, so I'm kind of torn.
I actually we tried Cody for a little bit, just an experimentation last time, and my Leia was dying during phase 2 to Firestorm, and throwing in Cody for me was awesome. It increased my survivability by a lot. I actually got 2 in rage, which
really?
Before then I maybe got to turn 6, and I did a little over 1 million damage.
Wow.
So it was a good.
That was phase 2.
Yeah, that was phase 2. I don't know. I'm afraid of taking my clones and Leia into phase 4. if you get to phase 4 and you crap out, there's no real way to come back from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Phase 2 is a little bit easier as far as a little more forgiving. I'll put it that way.
I don't know if forgiving is the right word. By the way, I am ready to do some awesome things. Hey, oh sorry, let me just post this note up really fast. I've only been doing these live streams. It's only my second one, so I don't expect this huge following or anything crazy like that. But I want to thank. We got 13 people watching this right now, which is the most we've had. I think earlier we had 15. Yeah, we had 15 there for a couple minutes. But I want to thank everybody. I did start a Patreon. I don't expect anybody to jump on that and do it. I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep making these videos, if I want to keep live streaming. You know, I'm a husband, and my wife and I have 2 kids, and you know this takes up a bunch of time, and I'd love to keep doing them and improving them and making them better. So you know, you guys just showing up makes me want to keep doing that, but obviously there's a financial side to this, and I'll use most of the money or whatever towards the games because, well, it gives me an excuse to do it. So anyway, yeah. Sorry. Oh, I need to run away here. Is everybody still there, or did I literally lose everybody?
I'm still here, but I have no life, so we're not surprised.
Yeah. That game looks all wonky to me. Does it look okay to everybody?
Yeah.
Right back. Sorry about that, y'all. I am relaunching now. Isn't that better than the black screen, Eric?
I'm seeing 2 right now.
No, live up right now should be the Nerd Tactics logo.
Yeah, 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 yes, yes, it is. Are you stepping away?
No, I was resetting the game because it was not working. So I'm.
And the new notes makes me like feel like I have to stop working on Phoenix Squad, which I'm so excited I was finally getting to them, and max out Farm Boy Luke. Because you have no idea how bad I want Commander Luke Skywalker, and like if I miss out on him because Farm Boy Luke is like pitiful and can't make it through something, I'll just it'll be tears.
There you guys go. Sorry about that. I was having to reorganize my screen there a little bit. Okay.
So we're getting Commander Luke Skywalker.
No.
Okay, so
yes, they're getting Commander, and the picture of him, the only picture we've seen is him with a picture of him with a blaster in his hand, but he's in the Hoth outfit.
right, he's in Hoth Tauntaun outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in theory, then he would have a lightsaber.
In theory. But I think they're gonna just draw that out and for as long as possible. Also, we're starting to have too many Hans. They just announced that third Han Solo. Like, I don't really care that much about Han.
That's possible. He'd actually be the second character in the game. I was very happy that when they added Sabine Wren, that she had the dark saber that she uses as one of her abilities. That was very awesome.
Yeah, I think
So-
that's exactly what they're gonna do. Is they're gonna have a step up, and we're gonna have full Jedi Luke, and then we'll have old as crap sitting on an island Luke.
But my question is, are these going to be individual characters, or is this a character progression where this is the Luke you get?
Oh, you think it'll be one character that they? No, they haven't done that with anybody else. There's no reason that they would do it here.
But that's kind of how they've been building, or at least how I've been reading it. Now I could be wrong.
Damn, Gumboat is just freaking pounding Phase 1. Luckily, I know I can beat him Phase 2. Or I think I can. Yeah, just Force Lightning, because he's now a Grey Jedi. He really
He's
is
not a great
good.
Jedi.
He's going to be the last living Jedi.
Yeah, he's
He's
going
gonna
to
train.
Jedi, but
He's not going
Luke
to train
Skywalker-
Rey to be a Jedi. Okay, let's just be very honest here. Luke Skywalker was never an actual Jedi. I know. I'm going to hurt your feelings saying this, but he was never a frickin' Jedi. He decided he was a Jedi. That's not how you become a Jedi.
There's no freaking test. Not only that, Yoda tells him that after he confronts Vader that he's a Jedi. He gets specifically told.
Do you think he is a Jedi or isn't, Joseph? He's not a Jedi like the Jedi were trained in the temple. And what I'm saying by that is he had all the rest of the Jedi, they have lifetimes to frickin' train. And then all of a sudden this farm boy comes up and he's like, guess what? I learned everything you did in 4 days. Yes. He is a sham of a Jedi. Him compared to Mace Windu, I'm not saying he's not more powerful than all of them. I'm not saying he's not a better fighter than them. What I'm saying is he doesn't have the, like... You can't learn... Like... I'm sorry, but you put anybody through a Rocky Balboa montage, and I automatically laugh at you and say that person did not train very hard. Yes, exactly. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, Eric, but seriously.
No,
He
I'm
didn't-
laughing at the Rocky Balboa montage because I just kind of did a quick dig of Rocky montage in my head, and I just had fun. It's hilarious. Don't forget to retreat.
I didn't. I'm beyond where you are. I'm already in the next one. You guys are all watching 20 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
And that stream has a bit of a lag to it, so...
No, I mean, you can call Luke a Jedi Guardian. Not so much a counselor. Well, we'll see what they do with him. But if you go with what was EU, he was entirely too militaristic to be a counselor.
I don't think he fits any of them. I think the truth is that when Luke went out to go find who he was, right? When he goes out to figure out life, that he finds out that he didn't have the full story of the Jedi, and that there's nobody to help teach him to become the Jedi, and so that he ends up finding the way of the Grey Jedi, and I have a feeling that he will have found a mentor. I bet the story goes that he found somebody who could train him in the ways of the Grey. You know, there is only balance. Good and evil both exist, but they both suck balls.
Well, I mean, there's a theory out there that Ahsoka trains Luke. I've seen it on YouTube.
That wouldn't be
I
bad.
think it's a load of crap. I don't want to see Ahsoka's character go that way at all, just because I think it takes away from her independent story arc, which is very strong, and links to Luke in an unnecessary way. It also fundamentally changed Luke Skywalker's storyline, and well, that would piss me off as well. But anything they do to change Luke's storyline,
Oh,
I perceive
that's a good
preconceived
point.
promotion is heresy. So
What if Luke finds the Bendu? What if he finds the Bendu? What if the Bendu lives on that island where the Jedi Temple was? Or what if the Bendu becomes part of the storyline? Because remember how freaking epic the Bendu was, and he was pissed off at Kanan. Don't get me wrong, like he was he was pretty legendarily pissed off at Kanan. But I
Yes, but go ahead.
I just think that he was always more of a student of the Bendu rather than the Jedi.
In ways, but they also had access to the Jedi holocron, and we know that Luke still has access to Ben's holocron and Ben's journal. So not all knowledge is lost. Like anything, when you lose the Order, you lost a lot of stuff. But you know, I mean, this is Disney track. This isn't Lucas EU track. But you and I both know. You read iJedi and the books right after the Thrawn trilogy, and Luke does a rather competent job of putting the Order back together.
Yeah, but he does a fitfully awful job this time. I mean, let's just be very honest. He totally botches it. And worse than he did on Yavin when he takes all the kids back and they randomly find out that the base on Yavin was actually a Sith temple. That was pretty awesome. But
yeah, but no one knew that.
That's what I'm saying is the rebels were like, "Hey, let's hide out in the Sith temple." Like, my only problem with that in the Young Jedi Padawan series stuff is I was like, really, that Jedi, he didn't want to mess with anybody while they were there. No,
because there was no force sensitives. He only started messing them when there were other Jedi around to influence. Everybody else was too weak.
So you think they'll still do light side, dark side? Or do you think they'll do Grey Jedi and... Well, it'd be a really interesting arc if Disney took the storyline that there's such thing as being too righteous. Does that make sense? Like that there's being too good. Does that make sense? Where you let people die because you're afraid of... Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but I know going back to EU, but this is kind of all we have right now for Luke.
I don't think they've read the books. I don't think that the people writing the stories now have read the books.
Oh, they probably haven't, but Luke he gets married himself, Jedi allowed to marry, so he takes the monastic component out of it, and then Luke doesn't teach that... he doesn't teach the defense-only concept and the purity that Obi-Wan Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda have throughout the series, because they have so many conflicts. The Jedi become militarized, and basically Luke Skywalker is George W. Bush. He believes in preemptive action as good unto itself.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is what if that becomes the Jedi? What if the Jedi Order is restarted on this way of we are going to do good no matter what, and the Grey are like, no, we have to have balance, but we start seeing like a militarized. Whew.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't seem that way. I mean, when we see Luke on the Rocky Outcrop, he's in traditional Jedi robes. It's actually the first time you see Luke in traditional Jedi robes throughout the entire series, because before that he's in his different outfits.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. I mean, my Kylo almost died.
You're not quite dead yet.
I was a little bit nervous right there for a second.
No, you might want to... Well, you can't jump out.
I did. I got out.
Oh, you did get out? Okay, well, I haven't seen that.
Crap!
But I think...
Holy crap.
I think all of it is a big... I think all of it's a big ruse. That what it is Rey's hitting demoralized Luke, and she is going to convince him that the Jedi are needed and necessary.
And that he thinks that there should be no more Jedi, and that she's like, yes, we need to come back. And he's like, of course you.
Yeah, exactly. And she's going to convince him to re-establish a Jedi Order.
It's a trap!
It's definitely a trap.
Oh man, that would have been a good escape too. I don't really want to. I got all my health back, and then yeah.
Yeah, the first and only time George Lucas has ever actually appeared as in Star Wars in any way, and he actually voiced it himself, was the Star Wars Chicken episode where George Lucas is at a comic convention. And the kid is dressed as a Tauntaun, and he rides the kid around to get her away from all the crazy fans. That is actually George Lucas voicing that particular episode.
That's awesome. When he rides around, it's like a chocobo looking thing?
No, the kid's dressed as a Tauntaun.
Oh. Yeah. That would be awesome. If I was dressed up like... I don't think I could carry him, but I would sure as hell try. I mean, I'm a pretty fit guy. I might be able to do it. I don't work out, though. Oh, man, Eric, we went to the lake this weekend and with the whole family. I don't know why, but I hurt so bad. Like, new levels of pain.
Did you ski?
I didn't ski. I took the jet ski out, was doing some stupid stuff with it. Confirm escape attempt. Yes. Damn it! I just need to get away!
You're good. Look at your shield. You're fine.
No, I'm getting frustrated with the fact that it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a grind.
It's definitely a grind. So we've been doing this for an hour and a half now. For anybody who's new to joining us, it's been a bit rough.
This makes me want to
and a dodge.
So we can grind it together. It would be so long, though, for me to be in a spot where I could actually do this.
I mean, mine's pretty well geared, and I still get pretty close to getting my butt kicked a couple times.
Yeah, no, but if you and I were doing this in unison...
well, there's other people doing it at the same time as me right now. In the guild.
Let's see what the leaderboard says.
The leaderboard says I'm in second.
Yeah, Gunblades got 1 million. You got 800,000.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hit 1 million before the...
And everybody else, it's got to be Jedi teams. There's no way.
Yeah.
That,
I don't know that Gunblade was running Zylo. I was watching the way his board was going up, but honestly, I don't know. Oh, got away again. That was a good one, too.
I don't know any other way to get that type of score other than with the Zylo.
He's at 1.4 million. He didn't just beat me. He's almost doubled me. Doesn't make any sense.
You tell me a team that I do the research, okay? You can credit me with the research for this.
That's true.
Zylo is phase 1. Like, yes, Jedi, but
there's some Thrawn teams that people are doing crazy stuff with. It might have been a Thrawn team.
But that's phase 3 because Thrawn strips turn meter.
Hey.
And so with a Thrawn team, you can solo phase 3. But you can't do that with phase 1 because Grievous on whatever the 10th hit or whatever it is automatically pops more droids and does all his whatever. It was the phase that was holding everybody back.
That makes sense. This takes so long.
Thrawn, Chirper, Turpentine. The other one, the real one, is Thrawn, Director Krennic, Jane Erso, Grand Moff Tarkin, and I think Sith Trooper, I think is the one because he heals the entire group and prevents critical. I think that's it.
Okay, guys. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna kill the last 7% of this. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna run 2 teams in phase 2, and then I'm gonna get off because yeah, I've been on here for 2 hours already, and that's before the end of this phase. So yeah, just heads up to everybody. Probably got another 30 minutes on here though. Of just watching us talk, listening to us chat on endlessly about Star Wars. And in phase 1, somebody got 1,000,000 with their Emperor.
Yeah, do you have a link for that? I want to watch that video.
Well, because I'm not a big fan of the Chirpatine. I mean, it's fun and all, but I just feel like
boring.
mine dies too fast. They're not all
It's
gear level
boring.
11 though.
It's boring as all hell.
That isn't nearly as boring as this. Let's just be very honest. I am. This is the most boring of all the boring.
Yes, but this is extensively useful, and you get like 1,000,000 damage out of it, so you really can't complain. You finished top 3 last time because of your Zylo. You weren't going to finish
died
top
early.
3 if you had a Chirpatine. Yes, you died early if you had a Chirpatine.
I do have Chirpatine.
I know, but there's no comparison. There's no comparing Chirpatine to Zylo. There just isn't.
Well, I can compare my clones to Zylo. My clones.
You can, and the clones are infinitely more fun. I love clones. When clones became available for free to play, it's all I did for 6 months, and you know that.
I know.
I'm running clones. I started off Galactic Wars clones, and I'm running a full clone team in Arena right now just for fun because.
Oh, all 5?
I'm tired. Yeah, all 5. I just got tired of either trying to beat Darth Maul or trying to beat.
I might do one of those challenges.
Bales and his buddy and all the rebel dots.
I may go throw up a couple bad teams again for a week or so. The ones where you purposely drop down and actually make it fun because you win a bunch and you put in a really good team, and that's fun to do. I've done that a couple times. It's always interesting to fight that last little bit up. Well, who knows? I might actually catch up to Gunblades. 2 hours in. Dum 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 dum. Running Thrawn with your Chirpatine greatly boosts damage. Why? I don't understand.
Oh, let me explain that to you. Because I've watched those videos. Okay, so this is the move right here.
Well, I'm not watching what you're watching. Yeah, so Fracture goes up.
Fracture from Thrawn, he kicks, okay? It says, deal special damage to target enemy 4 times. Dispel all buffs on them, remove 50% turn meter, and inflict Fracture until the start of Thrawn's next turn or until Thrawn is defeated. This Fracture can't be copied or dispelled. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Fracture on characters. Speed sets to 0. Can't gain buffs, bonus attacks, or bonus turn meter. Fracture on raid buffs. Minus 50 speed, doesn't attack with speed down, can't gain buffs, and 30% minus on a counter chance.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Well, yeah, but I'd love to see another way to beat Phase 1. Like, that Phase 1 is soloable with Zylo, yay. But Zylo's becoming really dry.
Alright, So then this is what happens. Okay, so you put Fracture on, and then his unique ebb and flow takes over. Okay, whenever another Empire ally uses a special ability while Thrawn is active, the ally gains 3% turn meter, and if the enemies are fractured, then Thrawn loses 3% turn meter. So what happens is Thrawn hits with his fracture, and then Jyn Erso, Director Krennic. You can replace Krennic with somebody. Grand Moff Tarkin. They all reduce the B2's turn meter, B2 rocket troopers' turn meter, while increasing their own. And Thrawn never goes again. He just stands still. And B2 never gets a turn. And if you're properly geared, you can solo it.
Huh.
So that's the benefit of Thrawn. I don't know how good he is in.
Hold on a second, Duck. After this run, I'll show you my mods. I'd be happy to. Go ahead. You can keep going, Eric.
I don't know how good he is in Arena. I've seen him on a couple of high-end Galactic War teams, but I just hit restart at that point because Darth Maul's normally lead, or Obi-Wan Kenobi's lead, or Bayless's lead, and I just don't have the energy to throw 5 teams out of it to get that one node. It's just easier to restart.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
Gunblade's got 300k on you.
That's fine. If I can clear the rest of it, I mean, like if I can get out a couple more times, I'll be fine. But I'm being pretty unlucky right now. So Duck Dive asked to see my mods. I'd be happy to show that to him really fast. My Zylo mods. So I modded for speed and critical damage, critical chance.
That sounds
But
correct.
that needs to be changed. Yeah, critical chance. And I did it for speed. This needs to turn into a critical damage mod. Oh, no, I put it on here because of the 21 speed. If I had a 21 speed with critical damage, holy crap, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I went all for speed on this. He is at 216 speed right now. That answer your questions, Duck?
You do have a 21 secondary speed mod. Oh my god, that is amazing.
Isn't that nuts?
You pulled that as a gold, and every time it rolled up, it only leveled speed.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's insane. I pulled a 14 speed mod today, secondary stat, and I was happy.
Well, I have a 13 on him, a 21, a 9, a 10, and then this one's 30 speed. So, I mean, it's a really good combo. But I want to go ahead and finish that phase really fast before Duck gets in there. And, I mean, before Gunblade gets more. I want to actually finish this phase off. It's only at like 2 or 3%, so... 4.5%.
Yeah, but speed is the key to this raid. I guess it just didn't
Like
really
potency
matter much.
was to the last one?
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, if you ever watch videos and people are putting up silly high damage numbers, everybody's speed on the team is close to the 200s. And you don't have to have speed mods to do that. Some of it's the character. But what you are looking for is when you get mods, what you're really wanting for that first drop is that colored mod. So the green, the purple, the blue, the gold. For it already to say as a secondary stat on it, speed. And what that does is it'll give it a chance then when you upgrade the mod, instead of adding a new stat, it'll randomly upgrade a stat. So just for an example, if you pulled out a mod that was a gold mod, level 1, had all its
But
secondaries
Eric,
already
Eric,
listed. Huh.
Eric, you keep doing this, and it's starting to drive me bonkers. Your mic cuts out, and we can't hear you anymore. But but you keep talking, and then when I say, "Hey, Eric, your mic's out," you can't hear me either. So you've lost sound too. So I don't know if you keep bumping it or something. But did I just kill him? Apparently I did. Apparently we're in the next phase. Woo! I'm gonna let Kylo kill the tank all by himself. Prepare to fire all cannons. I don't think I can actually kill this. Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So
I fixed it.
we finished up that phase. Yeah. Are you sick? Were you sick of looking at him by the time he died? Because I sure as hell was. Joseph? This is obnoxious. Okay.
What you gonna run clones first? You're gonna run droids.
I'm running clones first. Just because clones are pretty much the most fun thing to run ever. That, and whenever I run my droids, I tend to screw up the, I don't get the right cadence to it. Does that make sense?
Oh no, that makes perfect sense.
You gotta beat this in a very specific way to make it top damage. I honestly shouldn't have gone in with my Zylo. So I ever got. I don't even know why. Like, it wasn't a logical, hey, I really want this character. I saw him and I was like, my mic cut out? Is it back now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, we've got a really bad thunderstorm happening here right now. So, I don't know if you guys can hear it going off behind me, but it's pretty legendary. Yeah, she just dies so hard. It's so sad. This run is not gonna keep. So I think one thing that I can say, and say this as something from most of the top players in the world, is that most of us don't... Oh! Oops. That wasn't on purpose. Most of us don't keep our first run. Would you agree with that, Eric? That most of the top players probably don't keep theirs.
Absolutely. I wait. I have to get at least 2 topples in, minimum.
I don't
keep a run.
I don't know that I'm gonna keep this one. I'm about to go into my second topple, and what's he at?
I won't even keep a run.
I'm gonna put R2 in it.
If I don't, if it gets out of sync and I don't topple with the speed boost,
Yeah.
I'll back out of the run.
Oh, will you? Huh.
Oh, absolutely. So.
Boom. So much more damage now. I know nobody believes me, but it really is so much more damage. That was pretty. I know. I've put thousands of dollars into it. I haven't really spent a lot of money recently. Otherwise, I would obviously have a lot more characters. But I love free to play. I play free to play almost every day. On occasion, I spoil myself with a couple $100 into the game. Especially double drop weekends, which happen to be my favorite ever. But my biggest thing that I can tell you is, you know, for each way that you farm something, farm one. So if you're gonna go to Cantina nodes or Cantina nodes, farm one character. Just farm one Cantina node character. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't count my money, Joseph. I just say I've spent a lot. I especially don't say it out loud because I started dating my wife probably weeks after this game came out. So she's been here through the good times and the bad.
That would be the one thing I would also recommend, that if you're going to spend any money on the game at all, it be during double drops. You really get the most bang for your buck at that point in that situation.
Well, that depends a lot, I guess, on what your goal is. If your goal is to get a very specific character, if you like, what my thought process always was, I've spent a lot on Chromium packs. Oh no, this run isn't gonna work. The Hoth Rebel Scout. I just switch back and forth between Leia and. Oh yeah, I don't spend any fleet store anything on characters ever. In fact, I don't buy ships with it anymore either. Now I may regret that when we get to the. I may regret the fact that I don't buy a bunch of stuff in the fleet store, but I don't know.
Gear's awesome out of the fleet store.
You can say that, but I have 6 Zetas already.
I mean, there is a certain amount of that I will give that to you, but the gear really helps to getting the stun cuffs out of there, getting the furnaces out of there.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I understand. It's just it's a difference in where we are, though. Like I need stun cuffs, yes, but I.
So
Not every character that needs them, but that's because I was farming stun cuffs 6 months ago. So.
let me put it this way: it is having the fleet store is a huge boon for free to play players.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Because I mean, it's worth it on my part. Once you get there, it's worth it. So basically, what it comes down to is the you have to take the time to get there, but once you get all your ships to 7-star and all that, I play. So I got to back out of that. That's not what I wanted. I literally play the battles maybe once every other day. Because of the way that it levels, I stay at the.
Eric, your mic's doing it again. Duck dive. What are you talking about? Whose basic grants 25% turn meter? His basic grant. Huh. I'm dreaming. That's awesome, Zareth. You're gonna start your first Rancor, your first heroic Rancor. Man, like those were the best days. Like I remember I was hanging out with my buddy Galeo back then. He was the guild leader, still is the guild leader of Mercs for Hire, which is a great guild. And if anybody's looking for one, please contact them. They're incredible people. And we were, oh man. We went in, we were doing regular Rancor, and then all of a sudden we were like, okay, let's try heroic, and we just annihilated. It was so much easier than we thought it would be. And then we were like so over-prepared. In fact, 2 of us went in and soloed phase 1 at the same time, not knowing that it was... you guys just went from 5 to 6-star? That's cool. Oh, Hoth Rebel Scout. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's from earlier thing you said. Huh. That one thing that that I don't use, I have. So, for those of you who don't know, I think I just hit 81, maybe 82 7-stars. I have a lot of characters, but I only have like 6 gear level 11, and I have 5 Zetas. So you can tell the things that I focus on and the things I don't. Oh man. That storm is hooting and hollering back there. But yeah, so I have a lot of characters, but there's a lot of characters like Hoth Rebel Scout. I got them up, and then I was like, yeah, this character will never get touched again. In fact, it's funny because I was leveling those characters for Rebels, and now I have almost 2 teams of Rebels. Yeah, it's crazy today. This is bad. This may be a canceled run. Oh. Let's take out that. Okay, never mind. We've done 5%. I need to do 10% in order for this to be worth me doing. Otherwise I will cancel and go back. So it looks like I'll hit that, but we'll see. Sounds like... What's your squad? I really am interested in all the stuff you guys... I'm not jumping guilds or anything like that, but if anybody needs help with strategies or anything like that, I'd be happy to... So, I just love this game, and I know Protag does too. He's
absolutely.
But got bored and it's so funny because you say that and then Rancor came out and I was like, yes, I just want to do Rancor all the time. Wait, I can't do it for another 3 days? Oh, that makes sense. That was back when the maximum level was 70 too, wasn't it, Joseph? Well, it looks like I am going to hit my 10%, Eric.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm back at now.
It's so funny because everybody's going to watch this and I'm going to be... Oh.
Almost. You're there. Couple more
Yeah,
percent.
Leia just died.
Ah.
That's a bit of a damage hit for me.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's the issue. That firestorm's painful.
Yeah, and I think I even switched her mods around a little. Put some more health on her and all that good stuff. Come on. Okay, drop that. Do that. Sorry everybody, I'm talking to myself while I'm just knocking this out. I actually focus on these raids a lot. So you have a crap ton for 7 stars? Damn. You have me beat on 7 stars? I have 82. There's 5 more, I think. Isn't that what I said the other day earlier? 5 or 6 more, Eric? Isn't that what I'm working on right now? They're all gonna. Well, I'm 0.32 away.
Yeah, you better get it in because it's gonna enrage.
Oh, that's painful. 1.6 million damage. Putting me officially in the top spot. Okay, so I am going to save my... Okay, let's run droids. This team's so terrible, though. To everybody, I'm warning you, my droids are terrible. You just watched my best team do the most damage that they could. So, yeah. Now we get to watch my droids try really hard. I just don't think they can keep up with the with this. It's almost the Ewoks' fault too. Like none of them are geared up at all. They're all like gear level 8. Yeah, this is just terrible. This is embarrassing. After me showing up everybody for two phases, it's a difficult thing to see. We're gonna retreat. We're not even gonna post that. They should do a step up system, like a tier system. You know, if you hit rank like 500, you should step down a server or something like that. Some way of maintaining the. Well, I have a feeling that a lot of that stuff's going to be more interesting once we get. Damn it! Still nothing new. Oh, 51 minutes till reset. Yeah, I feel like mine's the clones, which just so happens to be one of the best teams to do everything with. I've had them since they were pay to play, so makes life a little bit easier. Oh, you guys want to see something interesting? Here's a game dynamic that most people haven't figured out yet. This is my favorite team. One of my favorite teams to play. Maybe not my favorite. Have you guys ever seen this one from anybody else other than me? Oh, this may be the wrong team to play against it with. So I leveled Zam Wessel. In fact, it's funny because even the game says that it's the rarest character that I have. I have 82 7 stars. It's the rarest character I have. My Zam Wessel. But the way this team works is it's all based off of detonators. So it's based off of detonators, and I've actually been thinking about switching this up and running it a little bit different now that I have all of the all the Jawas unlocked. So who has the most? But the way this works is that it's totally normal, and then huge damage. So he goes last. He's got 1, 2, 1. Don't want to do him first. Let's do this. And then here. She gets a lot of turns because every time this team is brutal. Yeah, the idea behind the team was that she gets an unlimited number of turns as long as there are stuff up. Is there an easy way to farm clones, or is it just through hard battles? Well, clones show up in the guild store, Fives fleet store.
Yep. So
My
Fives
boba is too
canteen-
strong. What? My boba.
So Fives is Cantina Energy and Heart Energy and Cantina Shards can be bought in the Cantina store. The Clone Sergeant is your hardest level up because he is Heart Energy only, but he also drops off of your bronze tokens from the cards, from your friendship tokens from the Bronzonium cards. Nox is great to make a script. You get 100,000. You can use Nox NOx player, make a script, and have it roll up. You'll get shards that way. Echo, Cody, and Rex can all be gotten through either guild or fleet. So it takes some time, but fleets. If you want clones, do your ships. Focus on your fleet and on your guild store. It'll take you a few months, but you'll get there. That's how I was able to finish my clone.
Or just pay for them, which is what I did. But I did that like 5 years ago.
Most of us don't have that option.
I did that a long time ago, and it still took me months. Do you remember the day that I got frickin' Rex? I called you, and I was like, I finally finished him! He's 7-star!
Yes, I do.
Frickin' 6 months of farming. Concreto.
Do you know your damage number off of your clone run?
Yeah, it was 1.7 something. 1.6, 1.7. Yeah. Why? What was yours?
About to find out.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're at 800.
1 million. Mine was 1 million.
Sweet.
And I had Rex in place of Princess Leia because my Leia can't survive.
I'm not showing you at 1 million. I'm not showing you've done 1 million damage total.
That's because I haven't hit continue yet.
Oh.
Now I'm in second place.
Oh, right behind who?
How's that? You.
I don't know who that is. Who's that first place person?
Antagonizer? Yeah, that's who that first place person is.
I still don't see you in first place. You're full of shit.
No, I'm in second place.
I'm refreshing like crazy on the screen, and you're still at 800.
Hit the arrows. Not that arrow, the other arrows, the two circle ones above the 1 day.
This one, yeah.
No. Okay, hit enter. Now summary. You see summary? There you go. Refresh that.
That's what I've been doing.
I don't know what to tell you, but on my screen it shows that I've got 1,800,000.
Liar. Anyway, hey everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. Come back. I don't know when I'll do my next one, but I'll try and post it up. Check out the Patreon. I didn't see if anybody did anything on that. I've literally my first day with it, so I don't have anything set up, but thank you guys again. I appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.